question is what happens to consciousness when we die almost assumes that consciousness has something to do with the body. So when the body dies, it really doesn't affect consciousness at all, because consciousness is not a part of the body. Consciousness is not generated by the body. Consciousness is independent of the body. To get this idea, let's talk about a virtual reality game. Let's say you have an elf playing in the World of Warcraft. What happens? Now, and well, let's go further. The analogy there is you, the person with the computer monitor that is controlling that elf. You are the consciousness. Okay, you're the consciousness. The elf is the body, your avatar. Now, if you don't give it any input, if you don't tell it what to do or which way to look or whether to walk or sit down or stand still, it doesn't do anything. It just remains however it is and stays there. It becomes inanimate. So now here's the question. What happens to you sitting at the keyboard when your elf dies? Nothing, right? Because you don't have anything to do with the elf's body, with that character. Well, it's the same way. So we say, well, what happens to consciousness when the body dies? Well, nothing happens to you at all. You're in two different reality frames. When your physical body dies here, your consciousness becomes aware in its own reality frame. And that own reality frame is another virtual reality that is designed or generated, or what can we say, is made for transitions from physical to the non-physical, from consciousness playing a body to consciousness without the body. When you come to this virtual reality after a physical death, when your consciousness wakes up, if it's very strongly attached to things, very strongly attached to fear and beliefs, then it takes a while to work that off. And this transition helps that entity let go of that. Whereas if it comes in with a very light attitude, with very little fear and very little belief, then it dispenses with the past life very quickly and very easily. If you have relatives that have passed on that you're particularly fond of, these relatives will appear to be there and greet you and tell you that everything will be just fine. They won't stay around a real long time, but that will happen. Now, are they really your relatives? No, not really. They're just the larger consciousness system playing your relative. And the larger consciousness system can do that very accurately because it has all the data. It has all the experience. It has everything that was said, that was not said, that was felt, that was experienced, that every emotion. It's a really good analogy to say that when your body dies, you as consciousness start to forget the life you just led in the same way that you begin to forget a dream. We are part of an evolving consciousness system. The system itself is evolving, and we're pieces of that evolution. And the way you evolve is by experience creating change. You don't gain anything just by duplicating what you have. You gain by learning, growing, changing what you have into something better. Okay, that's growth. Evolution is not a matter of getting to an endpoint. Evolution is a matter of changing. Evolution is open-ended. Evolution is never done. As far as consciousness goes, we have no idea what its exterior environment might be, or even if there is one. That's outside of our ability to know. But in any case, you don't define your way to an endpoint to be successful. You grow up to be successful. So you've got a real system that needs to evolve. And this real system, we're a part of that system, and we are at whatever level we are. Let's say we have a fair amount of ego and a fair amount of fear. Well, we're a chunk of that system that has ego and fear. And you don't evolve the system by erasing it. It doesn't get you anywhere. The only thing that gets you further ahead is having that grow up and change.